Hello and welcome to my first attempt at casting a Heroes of the Storm game. My name is Lignar from Epic Podcast. I'm going to start off talking a little bit about this map. It has PvE objectives like the other maps that we've seen so far for Heroes. This one you have to collect 3 tributes, and once you get 3, you basically have the other team cursed by the Raven Lord that is kind of the king of the land here. On the blue team, we have Uther, Illidan, Falstad, a Demon Hunter, and Abathur. And on the red team, we have Tyrael, Witch Doctor, Nova, Tassadar, and Raynor. The interesting thing about this map is once you get to the 3 tributes, it curses the other team. And what that does is their towers no longer fire, their minions only have 1 hit point. Basically makes the other team really squishy. However, if you get 2 tributes, if your team gets 2 tributes, the other team gets 3, they pay their respects to the Raven Lord. He curses the other team. You keep your 2 tributes. So when the next one comes up, you can get the curse back right on the other team and hopefully make up any ground that you lost. Also on this map, there's a few mercenary camps where you go defeat the mercenaries and then they go fight for you. There's a Grave Golem and some Siege Giants, I believe they're called. And here we go. Oh, see, it looks like Uther's in a little bit of trouble, but as we heard at BlizzCon and... Oh, yeah, it's looking here. Uther doesn't die. Uther just walks away is the line they said at BlizzCon, and that seems to be the case here still. Looks like Tyrael and Falstad were kind of going at it, but not a whole lot getting done here. We got a 3-on-3. Abathur's got an infestation on Tyrael, kind of helping him out a little bit. Seemed to kind of be a stale match on that one. Let's see how this goes as Illidan goes back to get the health pool there to regen all of his health. Looks like Raynor and Tassadar just trying to get some levels here. It's the early stage of the game. There's not a lot going on. Oh, we have a 2-on-2 with an infested Uther. That could be dangerous for Raynor right there, but he manages to get away. Falstad using his flight ability to kind of get away from some things and regen some health. And as we see Abathur here, he doesn't really have the ability to actually fight, so he is a pure support. He's just hanging out in the back, buffing his teammates, throwing out some I'm not sure what they're called, basically some little minions, kind of like the unit in StarCraft 2, whose name escapes me right now.
Choose a talent.
Right now we've got blue team behind in levels 3 to 4, which not a huge deal right now, but it can be once we get to level 10 and the heroes start to get their ultimate ability.
Heroes,
here's the tributes just spawning. It takes about 10 seconds of a channel to capture these tributes, so you can't just go grab it. You kind of need to have your team and to be there and support you and hold out the other team from interrupting your channel. Let's see how this goes. We've got blue team, looks like they're moving in on it. I'm sorry, that was red team moving in on it. And Nova got her channel interrupted there. Let's see how this goes out. We have another infested Uther here.
Your team draws first blood.
Justice has been.
And Uther might get away again. Let's see, Tyrael's whacking on him. Oh, no. Nova got the kill shot there. Uther did not walk away. And here it looks like red team did get the tribute there. And Falstad just continuing to fly around. Looks like... no, I thought maybe he was going to go for the Grave Golem there and get the mercenary to help his team out a little bit. Red team kind of pushing in the mid. This game seems to be all mid lane. This map does have 3 lanes, top, mid, and bottom.
Ally requires help.
And it seems like so far we've seen 2 or 3 from each side in the middle, and as soon as I say that, I notice that there's just one hero from each side. Uther versus Tassadar. I think Tassadar... I don't know, I would say Tassadar has the advantage, but Uther seems to walk away a lot, so... We have another tribute spawning soon. And it looks like blue team's minions actually starting to do some damage there to that gate. Here's the tribute. Illidan with the infestation, using some of his abilities to get away from some of the damage that he was taking. Uther coming in to support. Let's see who gets his tribute. Tyrael teleporting away with that ability of his to throw his sword and teleport to it. Is Raynor going to go? No, Tyrael is going to go for the channel. It looks like red team is going to get this tribute again. Oh, got interrupted by Uther. Nice job. But red team pretty much has control of this area, so it looks like they're going to get this. They did get the second tribute. They get one more, and they curse the blue team, and they might be able to push and do a lot of damage if they get that tribute. So let's see how this plays out. Not a whole lot of team fights going on, mainly just killing minions, getting some levels. It looks like the blue team is still down one level. Red team is level 8, blue is at level 7. But blue also seeming to push the middle here. With 2 heroes plus their creeps, and only the Demon Hunter there, that might be to the advantage of red, although the blue hero can run behind that wall, and it blocks all the special abilities. If the ability hits, like Nova's triple tap, if it hits that gate, it gets blocked and doesn't actually hit the hero, which is what we saw happen to Uther a little bit ago when he ran away the first time. So here comes the tribute. You can see on the mini-map where it's going to be. There are set locations around the map where the tributes can spawn, and it just randomly spawns in a different location each time in those set locations. But here we can see on the mini-map the yellow pulsing circle,
captured a mercenary camp.
and it looks like blue team might... Yes, blue team's going to get this. Illidan managed to get the channel in, and Raynor was the only opponent there, and he got taken out really quickly. So 2 tributes to 1. Levels even at 9 now. It's a 5-on-4 as far as how many heroes are up, but at this point, considering how they're spread around the map, it's really not that big of a deal to only have 1 hero down. It could be if there was a curse out or a tribute. Oh, see, here is the siege giants that the mercenaries, or the red team, picked up out of the mercenary camp. And what these guys do is just hurl rocks, and they basically have a ton of health and do a ton of damage, and they help take out the towers for the other team. Looks like Raynor... Oh, Raynor calling in the Hyperion to get away. I love seeing the shadow of that battle cruiser. That is just so awesome. Gives me chills as a StarCraft nerd. It looks like the blue team actually managed to push this, even though the Hyperion had just left. Nice force field there by Tassadar, and Tassadar manages to escape with very little health left. And here comes the tribute. Let's see who manages to get this tribute. It looks like red team... Oh, no! There's the Demon Hunter infested by Abathur. Is the Demon Hunter going to get this uncontested? No, Falstad comes in to channel while the Demon Hunter fights off the Witch Doctor. And, wow. The Demon Hunter's a little bit of badass, it looks like.
Hero slain.
And then I was made a liar. Falstad flying to get away. Abathur infesting him to help him out. Let's see if Falstad... No, Falstad does not manage to escape. And at this point, we are just waiting for the third tribute to see who gets that tribute and curses the other team. And it can be a huge change in the game. Right now, they're relatively even, 12 levels apiece. They each have 4 kills. They both have all 6 of their forts up. So whoever gets this third tribute, it's going to give them a huge push in momentum if they use it correctly. Red team pushing here with only an infested Demon Hunter. The gate seems to be down. Here comes the Hyperion again. I just love seeing that. It is so awesome. Falstad still continuing to fly to try to avoid some damage. Here comes the tribute, which I guess is the 5th tribute, but let's see who gets it. Let's see who gets that buff, or rather the debuff to their opponents, and see how this plays out. There's the tribute. I thought Nova was maybe going to go for it, but she turned around. Illidan infested by Tassadar. Here. Wow, blue team is just... No, sorry, there's Tassadar interrupting the channel. It looks like this is going to be blue team's... Oh, I thought maybe he could interrupt that and have to force him to channel again, but blue team got all 3 tributes. The red team is now cursed, and if they push properly, this could be the deciding factor in the game. We'll see how it plays out, but you can see the low health bar on the minions there. They basically just get one shot.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
The blue team is pushing in the bottom. They destroyed a fort with this curse because the turrets aren't firing, right? So they were able to push in. Their creeps can just keep pushing, almost uncontested. They'll hit the other creeps, sure, but the other creeps have 1 hit point. It's really not that much contest. So here we go. The red team is really starting to take a beating. We're still in the bottom lane. 3 red heroes down. All 5 from the blue team are up. This is huge if blue team keeps the pressure up. Gates are down on the middle lane for the red team. It looks like... Okay, so the curse is lifted. Turrets are allowed to fire again, but they've taken such a beating here in this middle lane. Here comes the Hyperion again. Great use of it to try to force the blue team back, and it seems to work, but the damage was done. Uther didn't walk away. I think they lied to us at BlizzCon. Either that or maybe he got nerfed since BlizzCon. I'm not sure. This is one of his abilities where he kind of, as a ghost, walks around. He can still do some damage. Tyrael has a similar ability where he flies around and blows up when he dies.
Double kill.
Okay, so blue team is still pushing. They got 3 forts out of 6 that the red team started with. 3 forts are down. That means they're not spawning minions in that. They're not spawning creeps in that from that fort. Let's see if... Is Tyrael going to get Illidan? Yes. Somebody did. I didn't see an attack from Tyrael. It could have been a special ability that didn't have an attack animation, but it almost had to be Tyrael that got that kill. Demon Hunter narrowly escaping what was probably a sure death there. I'm not sure. Red team going for the mercenary camp, trying to get the siege giants back. Neither team has any tributes right now, so the next tribute especially doesn't really matter that much. And the second one doesn't matter. It matters a little bit more, but not a whole lot. Okay, so red team did get the siege giants from the mercenary camp. Let's see if they can make some use of this and maybe gain back some ground. They're down 2 levels. They're down 5 kills, and they're down 3 forts. So these siege giants could help them swing the momentum back in their direction.
Blue team has captured a mercenary camp.
But blue team also just got a mercenary camp too. We didn't get to see that. The Hyperion comes in to try to drive some of the blue team away. Didn't seem to really do a whole lot there, but... And blue team's going to get this tribute uncontested. Wow, I actually missed a tribute. I just saw that there's 2 tributes to 1. I must have missed one, or I'm not sure. My apologies, folks. Hey, I'm new to this whole casting thing, let alone casting Heroes of the Storm, which pretty much everybody, I think, except for Blizzard folks, Day 9 and Husky are new to, and they're still new to it too. So,
Double kill.
big team battle here. If Red Team can manage to get a couple kills in here and push a little bit, they're still down. I mean, whether they've evened up the levels at 17, that's really not going to be that much of a difference until level 20 from what we know about the game so far.
Hero slain.
But they still only have 3 forts. They've got 3 blue heroes down, but they also have 2 of their own down. Not a huge advantage in numbers. 3 on 2 can be pretty decisive depending on who the 2 are. One of them is Abathur, who's not really fighting, so it's effectively a 3 on 1 with some buffs. And here comes Abathur going for the tribute completely uncontested. I said Abathur, I think. That wasn't Abathur. But Red Team, it was Tassadar, sorry. Red Team managed to get the tribute, and they might be able to get things even back up here. Let's see how this goes. It seems, wow, they're getting pushed back. I'm not sure if this is intentional or if they're actually getting pushed back. Maybe they were just trying to regroup. I think maybe that's what they were doing. Didn't seem to make much sense. They've only got a limited time when the other team is cursed, and they need to take advantage of it. And they should have pushed maybe a little bit further. Maybe they could have timed their channel a little bit better.
Killing spree. Hero slain.
But there's only 13 seconds left on the curse, and they really haven't managed to do a lot of damage. And they really need to get something done here, or blue team is just going to still be so far ahead. Even with the even levels right now, red team is so far behind after losing those 3 forts when they were cursed. And
Hero slain.
the curse is lifted.
Double kill.
And it's red team didn't manage to actually get a whole lot done there. They didn't kill any forts. They picked up a couple kills, but I don't think that they did enough to actually help themselves very much. We'll see if they can hold on to this. But blue team seems to have a huge advantage. Blue team is pushing in the mid, and I don't know that they've got enough that they can hold blue off. We'll see. Okay, so they are pushing on this final fort. Abathur still just hanging out. He's up top now. He was in the mid lane, but still just hanging out, being the true support character that he is. I can't wait to play this guy. I'm not sure that he's my playstyle, but... Oh, the Hyperion! I love the Hyperion. Anyway, what I was saying is I'm not sure Abathur's playstyle is going to be actually how I enjoy playing the game, but I want to try it out. I want to see how it goes. Big team battle here, pushing the blue team back.
Hero slain.
If blue team manages to get level 20, which I think they will. They've been a little bit ahead in the levels. They're both 19 right now, but as far as experience points is concerned, I think the blue team is a little bit ahead. If they get level 20 and manage to put together a good, solid push, blue team might actually have this one in the bag, but it could also come down to red team getting a mercenary camp with some more siege giants. Let's see how this plays out. Maybe they can get something done with these siege giants. They didn't manage to get a whole lot done last time. They didn't get a lot done when they had the tributes. This could possibly be blue's game, but this is red's kind of like their last-ditch effort, it seems like. Tribute is spawning. Blue team has one R ready. They could probably just let red have it and push and see how this goes. Maybe go for the Grave Golem and push the red base and see how it goes. Because it just evens up the number of tributes. It doesn't actually give the red team the curse. It doesn't give the blue team the curse, rather. So they might just let him go, and it looks like that's what they're going to do, and it looks like most of them are pushing top and going for the Grave Golem.
Blue team has captured a mercenary camp.
And if they can get a good push here, this might just be the end of it. I don't think red team... Well, I wish the pathing was a little bit different for the Grave Golem, because you've only got him for a limited amount of time, I think. Or until he dies, I'm not sure. But here we go. There's the one of the last forts.
Captured a mercenary camp.
That turret doesn't really matter, even though it's shooting that Grave Golem is so big with the minions there, plus the heroes. Red now has their own Grave Golem. Let's see how this goes. Let's see if it manages to turn into a base trade, which is probably what the red team is shooting for. The Hyperion coming in. I just giggle every time. Red team... Wow, it looks like red team is kind of being contained back in their base. The blue team can't get in there. We got the Grave Golem just beaten on the Nexus. And this... I don't think the red team having that Grave Golem, they didn't get enough done when they had the curse on the blue team. This is it. That's game. GG. Blue team wins.
Blue team wins.
I just wanted to take a couple seconds here and thank you for watching this and apologize for the fact that I am not a professional caster, so I know it wasn't the best. I know I'm not Day 9. I know I'm not Husky. I would love to be someday, but I just wanted to throw this out there. Thank you for watching, and hopefully as we get a beta and that sort of thing, I can improve with this, and this is something I want to do, even if it doesn't become something I do professionally. It's something that I enjoyed doing, putting this video together. Hopefully I get the opportunity to do that in the beta, and hopefully I can improve, become a better caster. But anyway, thank you, and we'll see you next time.